Hello folks, welcome back to the Citadel. My name is Joel Duggan. We are of course playing Minecraft on the Citadel server and hopefully doing some work successfully renovating the keep today. We are actually in the basement right now. We'll take a quick spin to see what we were up to just the other day. Cosmic Dan, Blast Jordan, good to see everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Beautiful here. I'm looking forward to going out after we finish the stream today. So the last time, which was Sunday, we were working on this tower and we removed the house thing at the bottom of it. I will do the landscaping at the end of all of this so that we don't have to like spend a lot of time doing landscaping only to have this wall expand or do something. So we worked on the walkway and we worked on the tower. I'm happy with the tower texture. I think it's fine. I think once it has more stuff built up around it, then it'll probably feel a little bit more, I guess, part of the world. But what I want to direct my attention to today is the wall here and its function. Because right now the fashion is not bad. Like, I like these external sort of battlement things that stick out and give it some depth. But I feel like we've also got an odd sort of situation up here with this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. And I'd like it to be 9. So we might try to change the shape of this part. And that could also have some knock-on effects of making the top part of the keep look a little bit more interesting. So right now it's just a lot of boxes. And I feel like if I change this a little bit, we could benefit from that change. So if I wanted to increase the way that this kind of comes out, do it this way. Right, like that's what we would want to do, but then that creates an issue where then this stuff is all kind of in your face. Right? So we can get rid of this and have the stairs go down here. Pardon me. Which is not the end of the world. Or I could increase this a little bit as well. And this also connects in kind of a funny spot. So by increasing this, we'll hopefully sort out our problems down below. So if this was all out farther. Hearing a skeleton somewhere. This would be this way. And then potentially this would hook up to something like here. Which may look okay. We'll have to see. Right, so this would have to have straight across connect. Oh no, wait a minute. I've got that wrong. Imagine that skeleton is probably in the tower. Yep, that's probably where he is. Delara, hello. You're having a good day. All right, so that was actually correct back there. That does look a little bit odd. I think we might have to push that out all the way. So we could just fill that in like that, I guess. So what we would do here is actually pull this entire wall would probably come down a bit. At least here. I would say more than likely the whole way down. That's going to help with a couple of things. But it should allow us to increase the size of that up top too. Yeah. Hope the tower skeleton will be very happy there, yeah. Right, so I don't want to move that. This doesn't have to be 3 wide. We could make that smaller. Oops. This gets pushed over a little bit, but I think that's okay. Wait a minute. No. That's not how that's going to go. That opens this up quite a bit. I feel like that looks okay. Don't know whether that should stay there or whether we should change its direction. Probably to stay the way that it was. Helps frame this door a little bit better as well. But that is not going to be great. This is the other section I think needs to come out too. All right, let's just back up and see how I'm doing. Delar says, I'm playing Satisfactory and I blame you. Thanks very much. I'm glad you like the Transformers theme build too. Well, it helps a little bit. It's mostly going to help with the bridge, I think. Although it will make the bridge shorter, which may or may not be good. I don't know if I like that depth though. That's the only thing. I think there has to be a limit to that. Cosmic Dancer gifting a tier 1 sub to Delara. Thanks very much. We're actually thinking about adding a Satisfactory server again for the community to play on. I just have to decide what tier to tie that to on Patreon. So I'm realizing that I think I was pushing out the wrong part of the wall. But we might be able to get a little bit more depth by adding in just this part. I think my stone is upstairs. I'm gonna have to go repair the elytra today too. That's the roof. So this may or may not look good. I may have to pull the sides down a bit. That's not very even. See, trying to connect to that is going to be an issue. Maybe we just have to go higher. Cosmic would love to try and take part in a Satisfactory server again. I try a little harder to make time for it this time around. I think the Satisfactory server would be really good for people that struggle with the game on their own. Or struggle with time for the game, you know? And then that way you can kind of share the load. Well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Having like mining flashbacks with all the plain stone. That's not bad. It might have to come down a little bit, but it's not terrible. Might need a little bit of finesse, but I think we can probably work with that. And so here, that makes this a little easier to work with as well. But the other part that I wanted to expand was this part. Right now, this is barely 1 block wide. And if we remove this, so we'd have to be careful here how we do the stairs like this. I feel like this needs to have its own landing, but we're getting really close to removing the landing here. So we might be able to not have these stairs happen right here. But instead have them come over a little bit. Because we've got lots of room. And that provides a more interesting overlap, I think. Now, I don't know. I guess we're just going to go straight. I don't think there's a reason to do any kind of like extension. DevonSkirata, hello, hello. That would make this corner. And potentially that. Go around like that. And that's where I think this would end up moving. Just feels like a very kind of steep staircase there. And this has the same issue. This we could probably get away with doing some wood, like a wood railing here. Would probably be okay. Yeah, so I need to work out a slightly better landing here. This has just become too small. That's better. So then this would end up having maybe like a little section here. Oh, that kind of gets in the way, doesn't it? Maybe the stairs just have to start right here. Right, so then this would have a different approach. It's okay, it comes in a little tight there. Wouldn't mind doing sections of 2. That widens that a little bit. I may have to adjust the inside a little bit, maybe. This feels strange. Maybe a slab here instead. I like that landing better. Don't know about that. Sleeping is helping. Thanks very much, Cosmic. Yeah, I think that's getting a little bit more both function and layers. It's still a lot of boxes, but I feel like by increasing the size of the bottom ones a little bit, we're giving a little bit more depth to everything. Realizing that this one actually looks pretty cool without the stairs in between. Although that doesn't work functionally. We're gonna have lots of room underneath here, that's for sure. So I'll worry about that part later. This side we'll put in. Oh, right, that has to come down then. Oh, did I do that wrong? Yeah, I totally did that wrong. I have to fill it in another block. You get confused sometimes as to what's supposed to be overhang. Oh no, wait. I did that right. Baby Moose, all you have to do is just make the decision to stick with the world. That's all there is to it. That becomes tricky. Yeah, that connection is not going to stay like that. I think we'll have to rethink the way that the stairs work. Something I think that people might want to try if they find that they don't like long-term Minecraft worlds is to have a couple different long-term worlds, you know, like a long-term skyblock, a long-term survival, a long-term hardcore, maybe play on a server, you know, like just that way if you feel like you're getting stale on one particular build or world, then you can move around. For us, what we do is we put all the different zones on the server. And so like I'm definitely going to need a break from building in medieval fantasy style, you know, for a while when I'm done with this. And I'm going to go build like in a sci-fi area on the server just because I can, right? Yeah, so this coming in by 3 steps I think might be a problem. So what we're going to do is try to connect it by 2. Although I don't know about that. That might still not be the best. Right, because this is the problem here. That stays like that. That has to be a solid. And that feels narrow. I mean, we got room in here to push in, so that doesn't have to stay exactly like that. Yeah, that just doesn't feel quite right. I think maybe on this section we have to not have these little things overhanging, and instead we have to have a solid wall. So I'll push that. That'll push that back maybe. Thanks for the lurk, Delara. Really appreciate it. Is there anything in 1.20 you want to do after Westhill in mind? All the cherry groves in the server will belong to me. I'm gonna get some cherry blossoms. I want to do like a sci-fi thing, and I think I might like create a situation where like the biomes. Oh, that doesn't work either. Maybe this just has to go up by another block. Maybe like a situation where I've got some preserved biomes like under glass or something, you know? That could be kind of fun. That way I can just kind of make stuff up. Tadpole Milk. Hello. Thanks very much for the subscription. At work, but what does it say? Thanks for doing your thing. Well, hey, you're welcome. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for the support. How was your, did you guys have a holiday weekend? How were things? And yes, folks that don't know, Tadpole Milk is also a streamer. There's a shout out in chat from Cosmic, I want to say. Make sure you go and follow. See if that looks better. Yeah. Yeah, that works better. Okay. It's coming up this weekend. Really? Isn't it supposed to be May 2-4 weekend? But I guess like tomorrow is the 24th, I guess. It's different for us because Commonwealth, it was Victoria Day weekend was this past weekend. That means that I can go back to a stair. And this can come down. This. I don't know if that's going to look good from outside. Nope. Monday is Memorial Day. Oh, I see. Well, that's nice. It'll be better weather. It was nice, but not overly warm here. Later in May would be better for our holiday weekend as well. Now, to alleviate this weird little issue, I think we'll do that. And this doesn't feel quite so weird anymore. That's okay. So again, we'll put some trapdoors along here. Now that we've done this, I kind of wonder whether we could... Oh, that has to be out there. I thought maybe I could squeeze a door in here. I wonder whether we could do this as just like a 2 wide. This just feels kind of strange. Oh, hey, look. We could have another door down here. Another room. That could be kind of cool. Maybe this will have a wooden banister as well. I'm still not entirely sure that this house isn't going to get expanded. Just because of the weird kind of layout. We do have the room. We could push it out by a block. Inside, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, I guess, if you include this, but here it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is the chimney. So we can't move that. But if we moved it down by 1, this whole thing would be a little bit easier to get to. We do have the room, so that's something we could think of. Yeah, anytime I can connect some doorways, I'm gonna try to do it. So I feel like that certainly helps this area. I don't like this little ridge here, and I'm debating about whether or not I should put a roof over that section. Just so it doesn't look completely out of sorts. We'll fill this in just a little bit, just to kind of get it a good feeling. We actually can hollow out inside of here. There's all kinds of space for all kinds of different things in there. Yeah, I like that. Adds another kind of emphasis on height. It's very tall from the south. I wish it was taller from the north, but it's very tall from the south, which I like. Duck Boy, hello, welcome in. You're just in time for the rain. It's your fault. We figured it out, folks. Ducks like the rain. Duck Boy shows up, starts to rain on the server. Do you see what you've done? I'm kidding, of course. It rains so often on the server, I think it might be my fault. Thanks. This is the Westhill Keep. We're working on renovating it. It was a lot smaller and less complicated when we started. We're getting there, though. Oh, I did have some trapdoors on me. I'm going to throw in a couple of those trapdoor railings just to kind of see what they look like. I also want to bring some slabs and stairs. Duck Boy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So yeah, along here, I would say it would probably be on the inside here like this. Feels like you're not gonna fall and break your neck anymore. And then here, something like that. Yeah, I think that works. I don't know if we need one there. This feels better. Oh, right. Guess we connect that. Yeah. This feels a little bit strange, but don't know what else you would put there. Still not entirely convinced that this is a good door. I kind of feel like this is the door that gets you outside. And this kind of feels strange because you have to walk up to it. But I can't see this level changing. I mean, it's possible. We could just go up another stair, but then the top floor of this would be all messed up, so probably not going to happen. I'd love an ambience noise mod that is not Mambience that played birdsong in the morning, broken Minecraft, and then the sun came up. That would be awesome. There'd probably be a way to like take that mod Mambience and then just like edit it, you know, to do what you want. So here's where I wanted to put a roof, and I don't know whether this is going to work. It's going to interfere with this here. So forget that part for a second. If this was just its own thing. I'd probably want it to start up here. That's too low. Whoops. Just curious. See if that helps. Does add a little bit of interest there, doesn't it? So I'm getting a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, and I've got this image that I quite like, and there seems to be a lot of just like extra little roofs in places that add some detail. So I'm not like copying this, but I'm kind of taking inspiration from it. And there was another spot here that I saw some stuff too. Again, Pinterest navigation is terrible. So that's got some extra little roofs kind of along the way. You know, it breaks up the towers by having some angles and stuff on them. That's actually even more simple than the place that we're working on. Try not to look at Minecraft builds too often, but when you look at this here, open the image. I just want to open the image in a different window. Like the angle across the top here is cool. That's a huge scale though. I mean, that's what? 1, 2, 3. So that's 7 across on a diagonal there, which means it's probably 13 across to the corners. Like that's much bigger than what I'm working on right now. So I have to be careful of that. I was hoping to do an angle there, but I don't really have the room. I could try it there. But yeah, if I did that, I would actually bring that out farther. Although I guess it might not make sense because there's not going to be enough room to have a door. Like I can't make a wall, right? It's just a covered roof. And I don't know whether that really works, you know? I mean, it helps, I guess, there. This could just go back. That's fine. I mean, it feels kind of cool. Maybe we'd use stone walls instead of stone blocks here. That might make more sense. But I think that helps break up the tower without having this weird little stone brick line going across it. Big head face, hello, hello. Yeah, it's a little bit weird because of the way that we've got it The position of it is a little bit strange. Maybe if I mean, if those stone pillars were wood, you know, like if they were oak logs or something, that would probably help a little bit. Even I get turned around. Oh, that doesn't help there, though. Yeah, that probably doesn't look very good from over here. Yeah, not really. We might be able to cover that up. I'll leave it for now. It's about my time for my first break anyway. I miss walking around in finished places. I feel like this place, I've been in a construction zone for so long. It's just so nice to be over here and be like, this is all done. I don't need to change anything over here. It's all finished. The sense of relief. So like I said, I like it. I just don't know. Maybe we need to dial it back and have it be not nearly as big. Maybe it only needs to be 2 blocks wide. And that way it'll just be like a covering for the door as opposed to a roof for the entire balcony. But I like removing this thing. I don't think I'm going to keep those. There's a part of, there's a point of contention over here too. It gets too close to the chimney, so you can do something special with it here. So I'm just going to take these out. Meadow, hello, good to see you. Plus they don't jive well with the roof over here either. Oh, there's a missing spot up there. Where is that? Right there. Cool. All right, I'm going to take that break. For those of you that are new, I step away once an hour, give myself a stretch, refresh my coffee. You should too. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes with more Minecraft. DevonSkirata coming in with 3 tier 1 gift subs. Atomic Mr. X, Shakespeare Girl 5, who I owe an email to, and Sorrow or Suffering. That's an imposing, I guess, doom-filled name. Sorrow or Suffering. Wow. Oh, I hear somebody. Just hanging out near the bed. Do I have a spruce door? I have a spruce door. It's a trap. Oh, that's a trap door. I guess a spruce door. Yeah, they'd be upstairs. This way. Cool. No worries. Spruce door. Achievement unlocked. DevonSkirata, again, thank you so much for the support. I very much appreciate it. Oh, Boo and Manky Hamster making an appearance. Thanks for coming by. Oh, there were some zombies visiting. I guess we lost a door or two. Good to know. All right, so the other thing that I want to look at is this tower over here. This thing. This ugly, very large thing that I don't like. For 2 reasons. One, I just find it doesn't fit the build. It feels kind of tacked on. And 2, it's actually, it's too close to this window. And I think if we moved it over by 1, then it would look a lot better. And if I get over closer to the center, yeah, you'll see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of this section here. And I feel like this is built, if we built it in the middle and I reduced its size, I think that would be a good move. So we're just going to commit. We're just going to go ahead and take her down. I'm going to leave the roof on first, or leave the roof till last, so I know how high it was. But we're totally going to take this apart from here. I also don't think I like the material either. I think we might kind of go for stone, or maybe we'll go with bone block or something for part of it. Word Nerdify. Hello, hello. Duckboy, yes, this is a long-running server. We are coming up on, I want to say 7 years old. Because I've been streaming for 6 years old. I should know the anniversary date for the server, but I really don't. I always have to ask Alistair. Is it the 22nd of July for the anniversary date? That's the date that always comes to my head. Could be Cosmic. July sounds about right. It was definitely summertime. There's a video on my YouTube channel, not my VOD channel, but my actual YouTube channel that might kind of divulge like where things started? Oh, was that part of the... Yeah, that's part of that, I think. Oh, there's a friend. I don't have a bow and arrow. What are you holding? Scaffolding? Door. All right, so there's the middle. I feel like it's probably going to want to go down to there. If we do it this way, I could maybe add these walls back in. Would be nice. That's walls behind what should be normal stone. I've got a bow here somewhere. There we go. And he is inside here, I think. There he is. There he was. Right, so that just goes up normal sides. That, and then put this guy back, and this will be andesite. And then I can get rid of this. Right, so this stone part might actually not be stone bricks anymore. I don't think it needs to be for any particular reason. It might be easier if we actually didn't. So here we can just continue with the same material. It looks like I've got andesite here as well. Now I just left this here for me if I need to go back and forth. But I would say we may actually want to stop it there. Because then we could utilize this depth here to be a change. And then we just take this straight up. Yeah, that seems to work. Too much stuff. Doors. Yeah, that works better. Although we'll have to do something with... Oh, is that a different height? Yeah. I may have to mess with that balcony a little bit. Don't like that it touches there either. We might just raise the balcony up to a slab. Probably the easiest solution. Oh, you're not in my way, Cosmic. You're not in my way. The sleeping is very helpful. So unfortunately, by moving this, this door will no longer line up with the middle of the tower. I'm going to put the tower over here. You can see the old corner, like this is the old corner of the keep. Okay, so that is the new starting point. And I don't want this to be a 5 by 5. I think it's, or it was a 7 by 7. What was it? It was maybe a 5 by 5. I want it to be 3 by 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this is the middle. Oh, now I've reduced it from being something that's symmetrical. Right. Just so much stuff. Yeah, by adding that decorative bit along the side, I've completely changed this design. So what I want to do is, I think, continue the top of the keep hall here and see what this looks like if I just continue this along. Oh, it does actually match up. That's kind of cool. So this is obviously part of the old tower. Well, that's part of the roof. as is this. Right, so if I wanted to be a tower, let's just remove some of this stuff here. How do we handle it over here? Right, there's 2 there. Goes that way with 2, there's nothing there, and then there's a diagonal of 2 together. So we did that. It's there. Oh, this comes out when it shouldn't. Or does it? Or this one doesn't have room to come out? Yeah. I remember this being a problem last time. So really what could happen here is this would switch. No. Oh. Right, that's the middle. And then this would also go like this. So that would be the finished, I guess, edge. Yeah, it doesn't really look the best. And that's why I think a tower in the middle here could help break that up a little bit. But now we're dealing with 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 5. Unless I get rid of this here. If I go back to getting rid of that, which is possible, then we could overlap that tower. If I wanted to be a tower is the name of my upcoming children's book, I think it should be an upcoming motivational coaching book from you, Cosmic. If I wanted to be a tower, How to Think Tall by Cosmic Dancer. Chapter 7. Convincing your partner to reach things on a top shelf without asking. You feel called out. You feel called out. If you duck, you won't realize it at all. It'll just go right over your head. It'll be fine. All right, let's plan for the middle again then. So that's 1, 2, 3. Here's the middle here. I don't remember how big that tower was. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9 by 9. So it was a 7 by 7 tower. So 5 by 5 should be fine. Which is like 3 bits here. 3, and then this would be 3. 3 there. 3 here. And it would, of course, take over this, which is what I was planning. And the real question is, do we want this to be stone like everything else, or do we want it to have sort of like a bone block vibe to it? I think I want to lean bone block on it. Oops, I think I just reloaded chunks or something. Aldabar, hello, hello. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for the shout out for Aldabar. Yeah, that's gonna be a nicer size tower. What's my... I feel like the Pinterest board thing might help. Yeah, see, I'm looking at this little guy here in the corner. And I would say a lighter color would work. I mean, that's made of stone. It's made of the same stone as the rest of the building is made out of. But we've not done any other bone block in the keep. It's all stone. Well, I'll get the size of it down with stone, and then if I change material, I change material. It's fine. We're going to need more regular stone. Now, how tall do we want this to go? The door is probably going to have to be here. And that means the staircase is probably going to start right here. I brought the wrong wood color. That convinced your partner to get stuff off the top shelf was a low blow. I had to do that today. Nice. Oh, you finished up on Halcyon Heights, Aldebar? That's cool. Johnny finished up on Empires this week too. Was Johnny streaming today? I mean, I'm assuming Johnny was streaming today. What was he streaming? Was he streaming Minecraft or was he doing other things? So we could just call this the level where we want it to be. Yeah, I feel like that might be okay. I might not have pushed this far enough out to the left. I might want to push that out just a little bit. So about that depth in Minecraft, and right now we're missing. Things are getting really smooth into here, and I think it would look better if that was out there. It should be the right change. Means our stair can start a little bit farther back. Magsy V, hello. Or Magsy 5 maybe. Right, so push that back. Now does that, yeah, that affects that. All right, so this is good. We'll change that there. I'll have to wiggle out the best way to make this feel like it's part of thing. I guess this should be in here. I'm tempted to go up just one more so that when you come up to the top of the stairs, you're facing out this way, where there will be windows. It makes it almost as high as it was before. I don't know if that's good or bad. A little bit tricky looking. I don't want to worry about too much about the details just yet. Well, there's a cool idea. Maybe putting a little bit of a trim or something on it would be fun. And of course, I'm out of the other stair. Man. Always something. Yeah, like what would this look like if I actually continued this part? No. It's the letter V. Mags of V. Cool, thank you. That looks okay. Last rocket. Oh, yeah, maybe it's too high. We'll see. Bunch of little tweaks and stuff to put in there. Yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah, I almost want to move the door. Could probably do better with spruce in here. I don't know, maybe we have to double up on the beams or something to make it look good. We'll see. DVS Artemis and Montana MO5. Thanks very much for the follows. All right, so the question is this going to look too tall? Now the roof is from a previous tower, so the roof is just going to be too big in general. Like in a silly way. In a silly kind of Smurf hat way. Oh, I don't have any rockets. Hold on. Put those there. Get a good look from a distance. So it's definitely difficult to tell with such an odd roof part on it. Yeah, I'd say we have to tear down the roof. It looks like we're about 2 blocks above that. You're not qualified to answer questions. What do you mean? Nearly 2 years after we started it was time to say goodbye to this season. Start anew in a couple weeks. Right on. That's cool. That's Halcyon Heights for folks in the chat that are curious. Is there a link, Aldebar, for like the other streamers on that server? Isn't Tadpole Milk joining you guys in season 2? I thought I heard him say that after one of the times we raided him recently. All right, so some of these we can actually leave. We're in the right spot. You're too small to answer questions for something that is so tall. Oh, actually, I don't want those there. Yeah, I want to try to do, I think, that kind of a decoration over there. Just to help make this stand out a little bit better. These were in the right spots. You know when you're raining blocks down and you're like, God, I don't want to go back down and get them because I'm up here and I want to finish what I was doing from a building to-do list first. But then you know you've got a timer to go get them. Really frustrating. These are facing the wrong way. Oh, it's slabs in the corners. That's not supposed to be open. Right, I think everything else went over the edge. Yeah. I think everything went over the edge. Think we got it all. Now, I could make this a little bit more skinny. Looks like I went up at least 2 on that one. And then 3. And I'm just copying it because I've got no better ideas. There was probably a slab and then some fences I don't have on me. And then solid blocks. And then that's 1, that's 2. Okay. And that's another 3 blocks. Wow. Don't know if we'll go that tall. Maybe I'll just stick with the 2 that we had. That gets us about the right height as where we were before. Maybe a lot skinnier. Yeah. After this, I'm probably going to switch over to something like sci-fi. I'm going to try to find a mushroom island for 1.20, I think. Which is not necessarily leaning into the strengths of 1.20. Oops, I'm throwing rockets. Don't know about that little rim thing. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's definitely better balanced. This still feels like the stronger structure. Like that doesn't feel like it's going to fall off or anything like that, which I like. We need to taper the bottom, obviously. Yeah, that's a lot better than it used to be. I still like that we have something there, and I like that it's more in line with the wall here. Like it feels like it doesn't jut out as far, and therefore it feels taller. Like it feels more supported by the underlying structure. I still don't think we're going to be able to see it from very far away. I'm here again. If it starts to rain again, it's my fault. Nice, Duck Boy. You catch on quickly. Well played. Oh, you can see it. Okay. I may want to push the height of this a little bit to give kind of like that classic like 2-tower castle kind of vibe. Fancy cam. Yeah, I just wanted to see what it would look like with some light and shadow and atmospheric perspective. It helps so much. Like the atmospheric perspective just helps so much in this game. I was talking either live on stream or maybe a little bit off stream as well with mini packs about potentially getting a new computer setup going. It all depends on what's happening this summer. Yeah, I feel like we might want to like mimic the shape of that and like bring it over here. I think we started to, it's just that the top part didn't quite go as... I mean, this feels very like fat at the bottom and then very, very slopey as opposed to more of a steady incline. So I might want to try to mess with that a little bit. This one could also maybe use like some sort of trim along the edge. Depending on how far that goes up the staircase, we could probably use a balcony on that, now that I look at it. I wonder if that's possible. Sorry for the frame rate as we spin around. Sometimes shaders are not our friends. Ah, so not quite a balcony. More like windows. Right, that's an outside wall. I guess if I brought it around, maybe. No, that'd be tough to duck underneath. Yeah. Thank you very much, Cosmic. I appreciate that. Oh, that just goes straight outside. Whoops. That needs some roof, I guess. What is supposed to go in there? Oops. Sure. Maybe I just blocked in top part here. Nope. That's still good. Cool. Well, I think we did some successful changes. This is now wider along here. This is temporary. I don't know if I'm keeping this thing. We might just shave it back so it's just 2 blocks wide as opposed to 4. But right now, I don't think I like it because of the things that it needs to support it. But we changed all of this. We added in at least 2 blocks out this way. Shorten that up a little bit. Have a nice little balcony here. Nice landing here. Extra door going in there. And then, of course, this is now reconnected. It works out just fine. And on the other side of things, we took down the ugly big tower and replaced it with a less ugly small tower. Obviously no details on it, but proportionally it works a lot better with the tower, I think. I don't know about that. I feel like, well, one, we'll have to fill in that gap underneath it. But I think I may have to lose this in order to make this feel centered. And I don't mind this. I kind of wonder whether it would be better if it was a block lower. Like maybe if it was in line with this one as opposed to in line with this one. That way this one can still feel special. That might be the way to go. Cool. Now, we didn't check to see what this looks like from over here. Nice. So that, again, it's good spacing. It kind of like have multiple roof layers there. Once it has more of a spike on it, like that one, it'll feel even taller and definitely read as taller than the main tower there. Oh, Cosmic. Stop it. It's funny. And I do have plans to put a balcony there, I think. So that will help with some brown kind of cutting in here to help separate all this gray. And we'll, of course, have like, you know, textures and stone blocks and andesite and all that kind of stuff. Cool. That's where I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to pass you along to another person playing some Minecraft. Let me just see who's live right now. I would say Discord is recommending Scotsman or Andy as Yoda. Who's on my list? Yeah, let's throw everybody towards Scotsman. That sounds like a good idea. They were here earlier. Mr. Yucky, thank you for the not so yucky compliment. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you really enjoyed the build. It's a long time coming. It takes a lot of patience. It's been about 2.5 years to finish all of this and get it to look right the way that we want. But we're getting there. And this keep is actually quite large, and I'm happy that it's coming together. We'll be back again in Minecraft on Thursday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and that will be Satisfactory. And then Friday, of course, is Lego with the second part of the Princess Leia Bouche helmet, or Bouche helmet, that we were working on last week. Really appreciate all the support today, folks. Y'all are awesome. Thanks to Cosmic for the moderation and the sleeping here in game. Helped with keeping things rolling. And we will see you, tomorrow, 1 o'clock Atlantic, UTC -3 hours. And of course, there is a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out right now. If you want to check that out at thespawnchunks.com. Lots of listener email, talked about the pre-release and what we're doing to prep for 1.20, which I think is around the corner. So lots of cool Minecraft stuff coming your way. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Enjoy Scotsman UK. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you refresh your stream so you can go with that raid too. Bye for now.